What's up, y'all? It's your boy Sid. Let's talk. This is what I got for y'all on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. Check this one out. How did you learn to forgive and move on? How did you learn to forgive and move on? Was it a particular situation you went through? Did somebody sit you down and give you certain tools to help you to forgive and move on? Here's another question. How important is it for you to forgive someone in order for you to be able to move on? This all comes down to forgiveness. Forgiveness, you know what I'm saying? Within yourself. Forgiveness within yourself, which allows you to be able to move on. Oh, absolutely, it gets deep. It gets deep. But my question to you is, how did you learn to forgive and move on? And what one particular situation helped you do that? Now, I understand it's a combination of all situations, but I'm sure it's one more than the others that really just stuck out to you. What was it about that one situation that made your brain just click and now you understood? You understood exactly how to move on. You understood that. Because we all go through a lot of hardships, you know what I'm saying, heartaches, and just, because life will just beat you down. It's like an equal opportunity fuck you to everybody. So it's not just on you, you know what I'm saying, or me, or not any one person. It's equal across the board for everybody. So what was it? What was it that finally allowed you to just be like, you know what? I forgive that person and I'm moving on with my life. And like, you genuinely mean that. Not just, I forgive that person so I ain't got to worry about it, I ain't got to think about it no more. Like, not that kind of stuff. But you genuinely forgive that person, made peace, and moving on with your life. Does that come with therapy? And I mean professional therapy. I don't mean just sitting down chopping it up with your homies or your homegirls, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. I'm just thinking about that because in today's society, that's something that's really big. Forgiveness. Just forgiving somebody for whatever it is that they did to you. Of course, depending on what level it is, we all get that, you know what I'm saying? But y'all know what I'm saying. So forgiveness and moving on seems to be one of the bigger issues that we face today. Everybody had to get back. You do something to me, I gotta do something to you. That's just how it go, right? Nobody is willing to forgive and just move on and live their lives. Are we incapable of doing that? I could definitely understand how certain communities, you know what I'm saying, their belief system, how they raise their kids and stuff like that. So forgiveness is not that easy once you become an adult and you've been living a certain way for a very long time. It's hard to just turn that off and just, it's just one of those things, y'all. But how did you do it? Are you still working on yourself? Are you still trying to get to that point to where you can forgive people? I'm sure you got to the point to where you can just move on and live your life. But what about the point of forgiveness? Where are you with forgiveness? If you're a religion person, religion teaches you about forgiveness. So are you following what your religion teaches you? Or just like, you know what, I've had to make an exception for this particular person because I can never forgive them. Yeah. It's one of those things just to quietly just kind of by yourself just think about. Like, seriously think about it. Forgiveness. Is me forgiving that person attached directly to me being able to move on and live guilt-free? Is forgiveness attached directly to that? For some people, the answer is yes. It's directly tied to that. For some people, the answer could be no. But it's more of just a personalized thing. Like, somebody just may feel like they just need to do it. Or they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to do it in order to move on. They don't need to do it, but they want to do it. It's personal. They want to do it. So in that case, that's when it's a little bit different. That's when it becomes slightly, slightly tricky. But like I was saying, it's all about forgiveness. And forgiveness starts with that person first. It's going to start with that person first. Accountability, responsibility, acceptance, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's going to start with that person before they can go out and try to forgive somebody else. Because you have to forgive yourself for things that you may have done to somebody else. Or maybe even to that person to make them do whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, that y'all griping about. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying, like, you got to understand it. You got to understand it. It's going to start with you. It's going to start with you. Self-help, self-improvement, self-motivation, facing a lot of obstacles and difficulties, maybe even facing these things by yourself. A lot of that brings clarity, you know what I'm saying, to a person's mind. And it also helps them to prioritize. It helps you to prioritize, especially when you're doing self-help type stuff and learning about forgiveness and doing the work, as they say. You're doing the work. So while you're doing the work, you have to understand that, and not to be cliche, but you are literally a work in progress, right? Literally a work in progress. But that don't mean that you have to stop living. That don't mean shut yourself off to the rest of the world while you're working on yourself. Because you never know, you might attract another person who's working on themselves, and y'all can help each other out in some sort of way. I'm just saying, y'all. It's stuff like that that I think is really, really, really important. And of course, all of this ties in with the importance of mental health, of going to therapy or having someone to talk to, an outlet. Even if you don't want to go to a professional therapist, have somebody who you can trust. Have somebody who you can trust. Mom, dad, a close relative, brother, sister, your BFF, like just somebody who you feel like you can confide in if you don't want to go to a professional therapist. Have somebody to talk to. A professor, you know what I'm saying, if you're in school, maybe your boss or supervisor at work, or maybe even just somebody who you feel like you can confide in. That will help a whole lot, just talking it out. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Listen, I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. It means a whole lot. I appreciate the comments, you know what I'm saying, and all that. I appreciate the people who share my videos and stuff like that. I just want to say thank you. Also, I want to say, check me out at Your Boy Said, YABOICED on YouTube. I'm out of time. Till the next time, I'm screaming, let's talk. Peace.